Hi everyone, my name is Destiny Webster and I want to welcome to you my final capstone project, Caregiving Lifestyle at Home. Let's start off with kind of why I chose this idea and what it means to me and just a project overview of what my idea is about. I chose this project because, for one, my grandfather and my family, we had a very difficult time when he was transitioned from the hospital to the nursing home back to home. He suffered from dementia and other health related conditions. And while this was all going on, I noticed that caregiving is very, very challenging. And I really do think that, yes, a lot of people know about it, but I don't think they know exactly how much time and effort is really put into it. And I really wanted to focus on this topic because it really, it comes from my heart. And I want to see caregivers get the preparation and knowledge and help that they really need. My project overview is really about my idea of how I can help caregivers go through the process of caregiving and how they can help their patients or loved ones. Across the world, there's 6.6 million adults who receive assistance with caregiving. 66% receive that help are informal caregivers. When we look at really the issues of why this is such a problem, most caregivers are not prepared, they're not knowledgeable, and there's a lot of stress and mental and emotional and even physical instabilities that really affect them. Currently, there are 44 million people living with dementia worldwide, and as time goes on, this can rise to 76 million, which is a lot of people. Let's go into what my idea, caregiving lifestyle at home, is all about. I wanted to really offer something that was unique and that was kind of really easily accessible for people to go to. My idea is an online educational curriculum that will better assist dementia and Alzheimer's caregivers and their loved ones. What does Caregiving Lifestyle at Home offer? Well, we have programs and trainings, modules, videos, and guides. This will vary. This is basically going to focus on the caregiver's mental health and how they can really improve the care of their patients. It's not an easy task, but I think that if they have the knowledge of what to do, if they're put in a certain scenario of, okay, they see their patient that is maybe a little bit stressed out or very down or, you know, having a very hard time. My program and training is basically kind of like taking real life scenarios and what would you do in that scenario? Kind of just offering them assistance and guides to help them through the journey of caregiving. Also, how to manage their stress and how to manage when times are difficult. This is just some screenshots or the overview of how the website will look. So on the far left, we have the main page just of what caregiving lifestyle at home is all about, just some background and what services that we offer. On the far right, we have the programs. Also, this will vary. This just has videos, personal mental wellness, communication techniques, behavioral management, signs of elder abuse, and also this depends on the plans that you choose. There's three plans: basic, standard, and premium. It just really depends on what you're looking for and what will benefit you the most. Just like I mentioned, this is the pricing list. Like I said, this really depends on what the caregiver is looking for and also what they can afford. Basic, standard, premium. Basic is $50 a month, standard is $75 a month, and premium is $100 a month. And, each one has different sections, ideas, just whatever you are looking for to help you through this caregiving journey. Moving on to the far left, we just have our about section, kind of just what this whole idea is about. And I definitely included how, my personal experience and what my family had to go through and how we kind of dealt with it and why I chose to do this venture. And on the far right, we just have our normal contact page. If any caregiver has any questions, any issues, that's there for them to contact us. The most important, the innovation process. First step is to research. So the only way that I will be able to receive feedback and to further progress my idea is the research, speaking with patients or speaking with caregivers on how their experience is or was when they have dealt with caregiving, what they would like to see, what they dealt with, what other people have dealt with, and also speaking with the nursing homes and hospitals in my area who have high dementia rates and what protocol do they take, what resources or services do they offer? Because from my experience, once my grandfather left the hospital, okay, it was just straight to the nursing home, and then from the nursing home, it was literally just straight home. And we didn't really have any knowledge of, okay, what do we do from here? Next step is to observe those changes. What would they like us to work on and see in the nursing homes and for caregivers? But also release those expectations. See what worked, what didn't work, what can help these people, and did the curriculum help them in a positive or negative light? Our leadership structure really is kind of straightforward. It's really just about the family caregivers, the patients, the nurses, the doctors, and my team as a whole. At the end of the day, the main thing that we want to do is to seek better health outcomes for themselves and the patients. But also we want to receive some knowledge coming from the nurses and doctors, and we want the caregiver to be prepared, to be a good decision maker, to be open to receiving and helping, and also to adjusting to the changes that come with caregiving. It's a lot. And I think it's important that they are open to receiving help. And our vision and mission is to create change for family caregivers, improving their well-being in a structured care process for patients. We want to focus on the customer's needs, but we also want to focus on how our website is developing, ensuring that we are providing the correct tools to be successful. I decided to take two little figures from the Alzheimer's Association website. This just gives an overview of how stressful some caregivers are during caregiving. 59% of caregivers had emotional stress of caregiving. 38% had physical stress. I see why physical may be a little bit lower. More of the stress comes from emotional and mental. And if we look at the figure on the right, that just gives an overview of how many caregivers had a chronic health condition. And looking at it, obesity was the highest. And, when emotional and stress comes into play, people just want to eat and they want to eat and they want to eat. And it really affects you physically. My outcomes. My outcomes is to assist caregivers with their behavioral and psychological treatments, and hopefully that leads them to better decision making, better relationships with everyone, and also knowing how to respond when things may get a little bit rocky or when problems arise. Because if you don't really know how to respond to difficult situations, then it just causes more chaos. And we just want to identify strategies for better care of the patients and create an environment where the patients and the caregivers are safe. My technology. Basically, it starts with the website. It goes straight, well, it starts with the website, and the caregivers are able to use their laptop, use their tablet. Everything is secured. Data is secured, the network is secured, and they're able to go through the videos and modules. And in the end, we are hoping that everyone is happy and everyone is free of the stress and burden. For financial costs and funding, I wanted to just add everything all together. This is just an overview of how my website will come together, my team, how much everything would cost, and the total for the first 2 years was $152,300. And I am looking to receive those funds through the John A. Hartford Foundation. And their main focus is to educate family caregivers on the importance of programs and to better care for their patients. My yearly finances for year 1 and 2 is a total of $983,750. Obviously, as the years goes on, we're looking to make that revenue a lot higher. Hopefully, we can get a lot of feedback so we either can, change up how the website looks and the development. You and invest in caregiving lifestyle at home. Well, we acknowledge caregivers as part of the healthcare system. They are basically what make it in a way. Providing care to caregivers and patients and unpacking what leads to burnout. And also, it's important in investing in a program that will open more doors and improve elderly care in the healthcare system. Also, with the right innovating thinking, creating and building a structured online program can continue to expand and just open people's eyes to really understand that caregiving is very challenging, but there is help out there. So, these are my references. I hope you guys enjoy my final capstone project, and thank you for this class, professor and classmates. I learned a lot and I wish everyone success in their journey.